Hello, listeners. Welcome to At the Heart of It, a podcast by Roxy. This podcast celebrates the stories of women in surf, snow, and everything in between. Join us as our athletes, friends of the brand, and incredible women share their inspiring stories. Get ready to be motivated and stay tuned for empowering conversations and uplifting tales that will leave you inspired. Let's dive into the world of remarkable women together.
Hi everyone, Tizi here with At the Heart of It with
Flora.
And Flora, tell us where you're from.
I was born in Sumatra. I grew up in Jakarta, and then I moved to Bali, started surfing, and at the moment I am based in between Bali and West Java.
Bali and where?
And West Java.
West Java.
A little fishing village with like the most perfect longboard wave in Indonesia.
Oh, well, I have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, I'll show you some. I will show you some videos.
I actually am so down to go to Indonesia in September if you're home.
I'll be at home. Yeah, come.
Okay, great. I had this idea to make a lei while we are doing this podcast because yesterday I did my first podcast with Auburn, who's so cute and was so like, she's such a well-spoken 12-year-old girl. And I couldn't even imagine having that much confidence and talent at such a young age. It would just be over for everybody if I was that girl. And it's so nice to like do this in person too, but I'm also really nervous. I've noticed like I don't know what to do with my hands, so I thought we'd make a lei together. Also, like sometimes when I'm like watching TikTok, there's a split screen, and on one side like someone's baking bread, and the other side like someone's telling a story. And I'm not at all interested in the story, but I want to watch the bread be completed and made. This will be the same thing. So we're gonna make a lei together.
By the way, I'm in Hawaii at the moment.
She is in Hawaii.
This little Indonesian girl made it all the way to Hawaii.
And we're so happy to have you. Have you been surfing a lot?
Yeah, I've been surfing.
Where have you been going?
I surfed Queens, of course.
Queens, of course.
Bowls.
A favorite.
And
Bowls is amazing.
Trees.
Oh, wow. You really get around.
Yeah. I'm very lucky to have all these friends who are willing to pick me up and rescue me as I don't drive a car.
Well, you don't need one. Everything's 20 minutes away. Did you bring a longboard with you?
I brought a longboard with me. It got damaged flying here, but fixed it.
Oh my gosh, it's always the case. Okay, so this is a lei needle. We don't use string. We use Dental Plus.
Okay.
It's really strong. I got mint, which is such a rookie mistake, but it was all they had. It's going to smell extra minty and extra fresh. These flowers are plumeria or puamelia. These are my favorite flowers, actually.
Or in Indonesia, we call it bunga kamboja.
Oh, look at that. A lesson. Have you ever made a lei before?
No.
No?
This is my first time.
Really?
Welcome to Hawaii.
Welcome to Hawaii. Okay, so we're going to first you're going to tie a knot on one side, right? And then on your lei needle, there is a little hook. See that right there?
Oh, okay. It's like a...
Yeah, so you don't have to like fish it through that. You just kind of hook it.
Oh, wow, you're such a pro.
Well, in Hawaii, we give lei a lot for graduation, birthdays, weddings. I actually have a graduation party to go to after this.
Aww.
So I actually just hired you now to help me make them. These are plumeria. They smell amazing. You can wear it in your ear. And in Hawaii, if it's on the right side, you're single and available. Okay, and on the left side is you're taken and not.
Okay.
Which I just realized is more information that I want to put out there online. But
it's same actually in Balinese. In Bali, their culture, they use a lot of plumeria for praying and for ceremonies and stuff. And yeah, they do like
the same
right and left.
We're the same. We're all the same.
Yeah.
So when you string the lei, actually, what you want to do is see how kind of long they are. Yeah. If you string it like this, it will have like this huge gap between it. So which is not the worst thing in the world, but I don't prefer that. So you kind of just want to nip the little half of it off, and then from the bottom there's like a hole.
You're on.
And that's it. I've made a lei before in my 6-minute Uber ride for my friend's birthday and finished it before I got there. So we'll be done with this in no time. Hopefully we can have a whole podcast and have a finished lei by the end of this.
Amazing.
So you are from
I am from Indonesia.
Indonesia. And you're born and raised there?
Yeah, born and raised in Indonesia. I moved to Bali after I left my corporate life in Jakarta. I was just like, this is not it. This is not my call in life.
What were you doing before?
I used to work for DHL as a human resource manager. Like I was handling thousands of employees, like a boss girl.
You're still a boss girl.
Yeah, in another way, like in the more fun, enjoyable ways. Yeah, I moved to Bali in 2016. I was thinking about like starting over life. I was trying to find a job, couldn't find a job, and then I went to the beach, rented surfboards for months because I don't know if surfing was going to be my thing. If it was going to be my thing, what kind of board will I want to surf, and all these things. And then I become a surfer. One year later, I started competing and I traveled around Asia.
You started competing 1 year after surfing?
Yeah, I was just like,
oh, wow, I feel
what?
Like
if I'm
such a bum right now. I'm terrified. That would scare me so much. I don't think that's something I could ever like actually do. I'm definitely like competing with myself, I feel like, or I feel like whenever I go out to surf. That's amazing. After 1 year of surfing that you started competing.
Started competing, traveling around Asia, meeting a lot of awesome people. Yeah, I started quite late, obviously. My surfing,
same girl, same.
My surfing is kind of just most of the time I feel like stuck and I'm not improving whatsoever. But as you get older, you just feel like, you know what, I'm doing this for me.
Right.
I'm not doing this for other people to be like, wow, she's amazing.
That's so important. I just did an interview with Auburn Hilly, the cutest 12-year-old surfer who wants to be a world champion and has all these big dreams and is definitely on this amazing path towards that. I asked her if she could meet anybody, who would she want to meet? And she said, Steph Gilmore.
Oh,
I know, and it was so cute. I want to tell her like, you're going to meet her. It's going to happen.
Obviously,
you're going to meet her, and it was just like so special. And it's just such a completely opposite perspective of when you're younger and when you're older, and what you're all that you want to accomplish. And then when you're older, it's just like I actually just want to.
I just want to be me.
I just want to be me. My whole childhood is like, I want to be like this person. I want to be like that person. And then the older you get, like, oh my God, actually, like, I'm nothing like that. But I do really well being myself.
Exactly. And you eventually learn. And that's what brought me into where I am right now. And throughout the years with my surfing, that somehow things just unfold. I become the first female competitive longboard from Indonesia. And
I remember seeing that when Roxy dropped that clip of you, and I was like, that is it. Like the colors were so beautiful. You were so beautiful.
Thank you.
It was so stunning. They did a really, really good job showcasing your home and your culture.
Yeah, it's been quite, I must say, it's been quite of a journey coming from a third world country it's a Muslim country. Being a woman, being out there, wearing swimsuits and all, it's something that is still quite taboo, that is not quite okay.
Oh,
it's not very acceptable the society, really. Like in Bali is quite different because Bali is a Balinese island and people, like, you can just be you. That's why I moved to Bali, actually, because I was so tired being in this society that's always judged. Everything will be judged by other people. And then in Bali, I was just being me. I'm like, wow, this is heaven. I want to live here. How can I sustain my life here? And then I found surfing, and then one thing leads to another. It becomes my income, and it becomes my new identity. I started over my life from corporate life to become a surfer.
That's so amazing. And how did you overcome, I guess, the taboo, or do you find yourself covering yourself more? Or?
For me, I'm still a village girl, really deep inside. So what I do with that is I will only wear my bathing suit on the beach. As soon as I get out of the water, I cover myself with a sarong, with a t-shirt. I wouldn't necessarily drive around on my scooter with my board in my bathing suit because I respect my culture too, But when I'm out there in the water, I put whatever I want because I'm not wearing like long leggings and all this cover up to
Mhm.
surf because it's just heavy and it's not comfortable to surf in.
That is such a good lesson to understand and be aware of, that
Yeah.
if you're going to, especially to another country
Yeah.
or to other places, obviously places that are not your home, it's important to learn
And adjust.
and adjust. Exactly. Because here in Hawaii, you can go into the supermarket and it is very, very normal to see a girl or a boy in their bikini and board shorts with no shoes on. And that is kind of just the norm here. Let's get a quick little update of where...
Just fast. I'm a beginner. Sorry, guys.
That's so good, though. Your first lay ever?
Yes, first.
But yeah, we're whipping through this. But if someone is going to go to Indo to surf,
or to any place really, for example, Morocco, where it's super traditional Muslim, my wish for any tourist that goes to a new place, please learn and do your research about the culture.
What is
respectful,
Yes. In Hawaii, we obviously have the aloha spirit.
Yeah.
And it is something that is very, at this point now, as for tourists, is very commercialized and expected.
Yeah.
And it should not be expected. It should be earned.
Yeah.
And when you come to Hawaii, and when you're going to like a surf break that locals are at, it is best to go, humble and try to watch other surfers, learn the break, learn the short, learn the local surfers that are there.
Learn the lineup.
Exactly. Learn the uncles that are there.
The uncles and the aunties.
Learn who they are, because they can be your best friends or your worst enemies.
Yes, exactly.
If you don't come correct. I was just hearing this story from somebody who was telling me that they went to, I won't say any names, they went to Kauai, I think. They were on like some tour.
Okay.
And like taking them to a bunch of tourist locations, right? Yeah. They didn't want to go on the tourist location. They wanted to go,
quiet.
Yes, they wanted to go somewhere quiet where there's no other tourists.
Yeah.
And so they went to this spot. They left their guide and went to a spot where it had a clear sign that said locals only. And didn't take it seriously. I know, right? I can't even imagine. And maybe that's just like the common sense that we have because we're island girls and we understand that. But if I went to Bali and I saw a sign that said locals only,
don't enter
would
this
I
temple.
ever think I should go there? I could walk
seriously.
there. That's insane to me. And it took everything in me to not lunge over the table and choke this guy who said, yeah, I just went in there and like all the local kids were, they were like snapping at me. And he was very, very clearly not a local. The entitlement that he thought that it was okay and that he could just continue on and go into this locals only spot anyways. It's really simple things like that. We've made it so easy that there are signs for you where you can go and where you cannot go. And if it says locals only,
then it is locals only.
This is so fun. I'm so glad we're doing this. Like, people are gonna want to see the end result of this. Like, but look how cute this is already. Like, you could wear it as
a crown.
Mm-hmm. A haku or lepo'o, we call it.
How you call it?
Lepo'o.
Lepo'o.
Yes. Po'o is head, so lei for your head.
Cute. But it smells so good.
I know, it's literally my favorite.
I planted some of these in my garden in Java.
Yeah.
I have a few different colors. Every time I see some bloom and fall on the ground, I'm like, pick them up. I'm like, smell it. Yes.
I know. And these were all, I didn't pick any of these from the tree. These were all on the ground.
Wow.
I know. Oh, you know what I want to ask you? I asked Auburn, because I love hearing like everybody's Roxy stories. Yeah. Like the first time you wore Roxy or heard of Roxy or saw Roxy, and what it felt like to be picked up by them.
The first time I was wearing Roxy, I remember I just left Sumatra. I moved to Jakarta, and then I went to Bali, and I was like, I'm going to buy myself a bikini. And I was like, Roxy, oh yeah. Wow. Of course, like everyone else, everyone's dreams to be a Roxy girl, right? Mm-hmm. Not long after that, I moved to Bali, and I see all these like billboards of all the other Roxy girls. I'm like, oh, maybe one day I'll become a surfer, but maybe not. I didn't even know how to swim then at the time.
Oh, wow.
And after I started surfing, I learned how to swim. And then years later, Roxy came in the picture and asked me like, "Hey, do you want to be a Roxy girl?" And I was just like, wait a second, is it a dream or is it real? Like it was all a dream once, like to have Roxy come to me and like ask me, "Hey, do you want to be a Roxy girl?" And I was just like, of course. Not long after that, they organized a trip for me to go to Zealand for the WSL event,
Wow.
where I get to spend time with the goat. When I met her, I was just like, oh my God, I'm with the queen.
Oh my gosh.
And immediately her response was like, "You're our Indonesian queen." And I just melt. I'm like,
oh wow.
so yeah, it's been such an amazing experience to be a Roxy girl, being out there and bumping into another Roxy girls along the way when I travel. It's like a community of girls, like
an
sisters.
immediate sisterhood.
An immediate sister.
Yes.
I just found my sister that I've never had,
Right, we just met 20 minutes ago.
Exactly. Here we are now.
And here we are making lei in my house.
Talking about life.
Talking about life. Progress report. We are halfway done, I think, right?
I think you are, but I'm a little bit like, this is my first rodeo, girl. Okay, I'm going to show you mine.
That is so pretty, though.
Look at this.
Progress report. Look at that. How cute is that? How has your surf career blossomed? And what are you hoping to accomplish by the end of this year?
This is my dream.
Let's hear
To
it.
have a little girl surf competition, little longboard girl competition in Indonesia because we have none.
Really?
Longboard festivals, just women. Now we have competitions, but it's not like a festival where women get connected with each other, spending time sharing stories, sharing experience. It's just about one hit, it's you against me, and that's all. I kind of want to make this just a fun weekend longboard festival just for women to get to know each other, to share their story. Maybe like one girl will inspire another girl with their story throughout their surfing journey and stuff. Now in the place where I live part-time in West Java, I have a lot of young girls starting surfing, and they always like tell me, "Flora, I want to be like you when I grow up. I want to travel and see the world."
That's amazing.
Because having an Indonesian passport is so hard to travel because you need visa for everything, and it's not cheap, and our money has no value really. So for them to see me doing all these amazing things, going to Hawaii, going to Japan, and everywhere around the world, for them is like something that is so inspiring. So what I've been doing in my village is encouraging them to surf or see what talents I have. Like I have this one girl in the village, she's like super into drawing and painting. I've been like pushing her, you should paint more. Like the more you do it, the better you get. And maybe one day it could be your job. Maybe you can be a painter one day. For other surfer girls who is super good with surfing and like improve so much, I would always tell them, hey, whatever you need, I'm here for you. I would always organize swimsuit for the girls because they're Muslim and they're in the village. They have to wear leggings and long sleeves. So I normally like organize that for them. Otherwise, they would never be able to buy one. Like a set of swimsuit is like over $100 these days, and $100 in Indonesia is a month's salary.
Oh, wow.
They have to work every single day, 6 days a week, to actually make that $100. So what I've been trying to do with my surfing throughout my journey is trying to see where I can help in the community. I would organize a beach cleanup that gets everyone involved, the community, the army, the police, because I happen to know them because they think that, wow, you're so special. You just arrived in this village and you're Indonesian, but you're doing all these amazing things that no other Indonesian would do because they're not capable of doing so. So I get them on my side. So every time I want to organize something for the community, everyone come on board and be together. And seeing that for me is something that is very rewarding. And that happened because of my passion as a surfer and my passion to change in the environment where I'm at. It's just a simple beach cleanup, but it's a big impact for everyone.
So you're already doing it. When you say it out loud, all of those things are kind of like wheels in motion.
Yeah.
That the more and more you continue to be obviously so inspirational in the water and out, those things and those children and those little girls that you're helping along the way, eventually that's exactly what is going to happen. I definitely see like that manifesting for you.
Yeah.
To have a competition out there to help the girls.
I've been trying to like connecting the dots, and I have a feeling it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna make it happen because I'm someone who is not just gonna give up, you know. If I want something, I'll work so hard to get it. Everyone out there, whatever whichever industry you're in, you are capable of change something in your community and to make your environment better, you know. Yeah, throughout my journey with surfing, I did a charity project in Lombok back in 2018. There was a big earthquake that smashed it, like half of the island. And I just went there and as a surfer, and I did my part. I was there for 6 months and fundraise money throughout my platform as a surfer. And I managed to build over 200 houses for these people.
Wow.
In this
That's
affected
incredible.
area, building schools and facilitate medical care for them, because it's hard to be in a disaster area. It's hard to be a victim of a national disaster when you lost everything, you don't have anything left. And it's something that I think everyone should consider. When you think that you have a power, please use that power to actually
for good.
Not just me all the time. You know, like this world is not spinning only around your life, but what makes life is more enjoyable is when you and your surroundings are on the same level, are in a line with where you want to go. You know,
that's beautiful. I feel like so many surfers have that. Well, the surfers that I know have all that in common with being such environment activists, like humanitarians, because you just are so in tune with the environment and enjoy the simple things in life, like just like being at the ocean, just being in the water, just stringing together some flowers.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like that all like just brings so much joy. And using that power of knowledge for good, you know, to spread awareness and to help people is really, really important. How is being a role model or a mentor important?
I really feel like having a role model is very important with your growth, because it's nice to have someone to look up to.
Who do you look up to?
In my surfing, I look up to Kasia Medor.
Love her.
And then last March, I happened to meet her. I surfed with her in Malibu. And I was just like,
I met her in Malibu too. God. Stunning. Oh yeah, I could watch her surf for days.
And like just her vibe is just like so humble and like so in tune, you know.
I don't really fangirl for much for people, except I definitely fangirled for her. Lisa Anderson, obviously, too. I remember when Lisa followed me on Instagram. I just told her this story recently. She followed me on Instagram and I was with Kalia. And I was like, Kalia, Lisa just followed me on Instagram. Should I be cool? Should I wait a day? And this is like, that's an immediate follow back. And I click follow back so fast. And then Cassia followed me on Instagram too. And I was like, what's happened? How do these people know who I am? But I did. I fangirled over her for sure. And how about outside of the water?
Outside of the water, my role model, I met this friend of mine, way older than me. His name is Troy. He's an engineer. He actually helped me with my surfing career. He found me in the surf in Canggu, in Bali. Because my first 1 year, I was just literally staying on the beach all day, every day, till it's dark. One day, he paddled out to me. He told me like, hey miss, what's your name? And what do you do? Every time I surf, you're in the surf. I come down to check the surf, you're still in the surf. And now I watch sunset, you're still in the surf. Who are you? And I introduced myself. My name is Flora. I'm just learning how to surf, starting. And not long after that, he handed me his card and he told me, hey, Miss Flora, if you ever need help to go to surf competition, just call this number. We'll sort you out. We would like to see an Indonesian girl like you being out there in the surfing world. And I got an invitation to go to Japan. So I just called that number. Out of nowhere, I was just like, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. Might as well try. I called that number and they organized my flight and everything. And I made it to Japan. And then the next thing, it was like, It was Philippines and then Thailand, and he becomes my best friend. He becomes like a father figure that I never have because my dad passed away when I was 11.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry.
it's okay. And then I asked him, why are you helping me? His answer was, because I know you will pay it forward.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. That's so sweet. And he's right.
We need more people like us in this world to actually make life a little bit easier for other people. He's my role model. Like, he always have the best fun ever. He serves every day. He travels around the world. He's always so kind and so nice to people. And for me, I just want to be like him, you know?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's crazy how people are put into your life
Yeah.
for exactly what, oh my God, perfect, for exactly what you need when you need them. I lost my mom when I was 29.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. And just out of nowhere. Since then, Auntie Tammy, Kaylee's mom, has been in my life since, and has just like been this mother figure in my life.
Yeah.
And has inspired me to just be so comfortable in all the things that were so similar. Like, she can play guitar and she can serve and she dances hula and she sings. This jack of all trades. Yeah. You feel like you're supposed to like master one of these, and I just am supposed to be this one thing. And she's all of those things. And I was like, I want to be just like that. Yeah. I want to just like do everything and do all the things that make me happy. Yeah. She has definitely like filled that role for me too. Oh, let me make this tighter. So when you're done with your lei, which she is, her first lei, you're just going to tie the ends together. When you make a lei, it's important to any negative energy clears out because it transfers onto each flower. So you kind of want to have good intentions and loving thoughts, so that when you give this lei to someone, that energy is transferred, which is why I kind of like to make my own, because you know, you don't know what energy people have at the at the supermarket who made it. Cute.
We're here in
We're
Hawaii.
here in Hawaii. Oh my gosh, we're gonna finish this interview with leis on. We did it. Look at that. You were kind of saying this earlier, and I wanted to continue the conversation when we were filming.
This is actually like lately I've been experiencing this in the lineup wherever I go. It's like the fact that as women, I would go for a serve in a new serve break, and there will be few girls out, and I'll be like so happy. I'm like, yes, girls, because where I'm from, seeing women surfing is pretty rare. Whenever I see a girl in the lineup, I'm like, hi, how are you? How's your day? And for me, that's my attitude. Every time I paddle out anywhere, somewhere, I just smile and greet people. Then I sit in the shoulder, watch people, and learn the lineup.
Which is exactly what you should do.
Yeah.
That is like step number one when you're surfing in a new break.
Yeah. You just sit and watch, and then you slowly make your way to the lineup and line up. What I've been facing lately is that as women, we are already minority in surfing industry.
Yeah.
And lately I've been getting this vibe of women's against women's in the water. And I'm like, no, darling, this is not where we want to go with this. We are at the era of so much women empowerment movement, where women stand together, supporting each other. And my hope and my wish for anyone out there in this surf, if you happen to watch this or listen to this podcast, I would really want everyone to be aware of me being a woman in the water, seeing another woman in the water. Let's just encourage each other, embrace each other's existence in the water, and share the aloha.
I'm actually really, really fortunate because I have had the opposite experience where there's so many girls in the lineup because they're all my friends who have taught me how to surf. And I was very, very lucky to be kind of just like protected by them. But I do remember getting like just advice about going out, waiting, watching, and let some of the good waves go.
Of course.
Because like that's kind of a pro move. Like sis told me that actually. And sometimes I'll take it too far and I'll just let them all go because I'm so busy like socializing out there because all my friends are out. That's definitely an important thing to remember, is that we're not competing against each other.
And it's only, we are out there for a wave. Wave will always come. and go.
Yeah.
And it's okay
And
to
there's
let
more.
some go.
There's
Yeah,
more
there is
behind
more.
it.
There's more where it's come from, and know your limit. There will be people out there paddling out when it's way too big for them and being danger not just for themselves, but also for other people.
Right.
The other day, I got a board flying over my head because this girl, I told that girl already, like, hey, please do not ride this white horse because I'm so close to you. You're just gonna hit me. She just went for it, and I was just like, hey, thank God there is no one hurt here. I got hit in the head, but it's nothing major. It's all good. But I would really want you to be more considerate next time. When it's too big, go to a place where it's smaller.
Was that here?
Yeah.
She's very lucky. There's a lot of other ways that could have been handled had anybody else, handled it. It's so important to learn those lessons, even if it's in a way that's not so nice, because I've seen people learn the lesson the really hard way, and they're getting yelled at or scolded or just kicked out completely and they're being told, like, go away.
Yeah.
and will not stop until that person actually leaves. And they do have to leave. Those are all really valuable lessons. No matter which way, it is beneficial.
It is beneficial. Like, it's for your safety. When you paddle out there, always respect locals. You want to respect them because it's their home. They're just going out there to do their daily life. This is what I'm facing as well when I'm in Bali. Bali is so touristy. It's just like Hawaii. And sometimes some of these tourists, they forget that there are actually people who lives here, who is just being out here to do their daily life.
Right.
I would want to see everyone respect each other. We respect the tourists, but the tourists also respect the locals. So then everyone is happy. Everyone get their share waves.
Yes. If you come respectfully with humility, you will also get encouraged to go for that wave. That's when you know you're in. When the uncle or the auntie or the surfer who's there, the local who's surfing there says, go. That is the ultimate. I know, it's like the ultimate, like, achievement when you go to the surf break and you've paid your dues, you've shown your respects, you've shown your aloha, that they will see a wave coming, a good wave coming, and turn to you and say, go
for it. I love surfing.
I know, me too. I love surfing. How would you encourage a young Indonesian surfer to follow in your footsteps and live their dream? Or even, like, you're even not a young surfer girl, even like the middle-aged surfer girl, because that's what I was. How would you inspire all surfer girls to follow in your footsteps?
For me, I think my advice will be just be brave, just get out there, because being new into something, being a beginner, or like learning something new can be so vulnerable. And when you're being vulnerable, you feel like, I'm so weak, I'm powerless. But no, it's all in your head. Just get out there and just be you and try to catch the waves, because you can only improve your surfing by practice. You need those 10,000 waves
to get that one good one.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to have 10,000 crap waves. And you will have one good one that's just going to make you fall in love with it and not care.
And not care about, how do I look? I talked to one of the girls a few months ago. I just feel so insecure whenever I see the footage of me surfing. My hands are like this. I don't look elegant. I don't look good. I'm like, elegance and style will comes with time. You have to put in the work and the time to actually to look elegant, to be on a surfboard, on a longboard. And my advice to my Indonesian girls, there are so many of you now. I'm so proud of you. Just keep being you, keep pushing it through, and just be kind. Be kind to yourself, be kind to other people around you. Always remember that you're doing this for you. You're not doing this for other people.
That's great advice.
You're doing this for you.
And take your time.
You
are on nobody's timeline but your own.
Your own. The only competition in life really is you versus you.
That's right.
There will never be perfect timing for anything in life. I would want to see more Indonesian girls living their best life like me. I would want to see more girls, more Indonesian girls being able to be independent, to be free, to be able to have their financial freedom. Because I know it is so hard to be Indonesian. I know how hard it is to be able to buy a flight ticket to go somewhere to experience life. But if I can do it, so can you.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. There is always a way. There is nothing in this world that is impossible to reach. You just need to put your intention and your time towards it.
That's really good. That's really good. Okay, so I kind of want to do this 20 questions that I did with Auburn. Let's do a rapid fire question with Flora. Ready? Lefts or rights?
Right.
That's so quick. Everyone is so quick with that. If you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Rice.
That's solid. A solid answer for my local girls. Rice is it's so substantial. Majority of your clothes are what color?
Beige.
Which
neutral.
It's so funny because what's your favorite color?
It's not a color. It's either black or white, and
Same.
it's not color.
Okay. Bikini or one piece?
Bikinis.
Bikinis all day. What song do you have on repeat right now?
Wow, I haven't been listening to any song because I've been busy walking around. Oh, before I came here, I listened to this song called "In Dreams." It's actually really good. It's like a meditation kind of song. Yeah, so look it up. It's called
meditation,
Dreams.
Of course. How on brand? She's listening to meditation music on the way over here. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
My superpower will be kindness.
That you already have it. That's it. Good. It's a great superpower to have. One person you would love to meet.
That's a tricky question because just like you, I'm not fangirling anybody. Bless. I don't know. I don't have anyone that I really.
There's no one you want to meet, dead or alive. Okay. It can be anybody in the world.
Okay. I would like to meet my dad again and to really tell him like, look, I hope I do you proud. I've made it this far.
I'm sure you have made him very proud.
Thank you.
If you're not surfing, what are you doing?
Chilling at home or working out.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Be a content human living in my village, gardening, while still trying to surf. Hopefully, I'm still able to do so when I'm old.
Do it all. Continue to do it all.
Yeah.
If you could take a selfie with any animal, what would it be?
Animal. A dog.
A dog. And any animal you don't have a selfie with a dog already?
Well, I don't have in my phone.
That's so cute. A dog. She's just like us.
I know, simple. Oh my God.
I've never got to dog before. That's such a cute answer. Okay, favorite holiday.
Favorite holiday? I would say surf trip. Come on.
That's a holiday. Okay, is there like a holiday in Indonesia, like what, like
a holiday
you celebrate?
I really love Silence Day in Bali.
What's it called?
Silence Day.
Silence Day?
Yeah.
Like where you're silent?
They shut everything on the entire island in Bali. Every year, every March, there is one day where the airport are closed. People are not allowed to be outside. You're not supposed to turn your lights on. You're supposed to be inside your home, taking the 24 hours break from the outside world. There's no internet. There is no, people just at home connecting with their family. Just being present, you know?
Wow.
We're not going to work. Trying to go to first serve or doing errands or anything. Just at home.
How special, like holidays like here, they're so like full of food and stuff and presents and music and colors and costumes, and how beautiful is that to just strip all of that away?
And that's a holiday.
And that's exactly
in Indonesia. You disconnect to reconnect. And for me, it's so beautiful. Like after Silent Day, everyone will get out of their house and looking so zen, content, and happy and full because they've taken the time, even though it's only 24 hours, but it's like a meaningful 24 hours.
That's so special. Silent Day. Okay, we need one of those. I've never heard of that. That's great. Okay, Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
All day, right? Okay, dream destination.
Dream destination. I would love to go to Tahiti.
Oh, Auburn said the same thing. We should do a
girls trip. Let's go. Ready.
What are you most afraid of?
I'm most afraid of letting people into my life. I've been going through a bit of like mental health situation, and after years of working on this, I finally learned how to filter people into my life. But sometimes I get slid, like I still let the wrong people into my life, and yeah, I think what I'm most afraid of is just being hurt. Really,
Oh, aren't we all?
aren't we?
Aren't we all just afraid of getting hurt? But you know what?
It's life.
It's life.
It's life. It's part
And
of it.
sometimes when you're hurt, that's when, you know, other people kind of show you how amazing they are and how grateful you are for the right people when they do come into your life.
That's true.
Let's see. Hidden talents. Do you have any hidden talents?
Badminton, volleyballs. I can actually cook, but I don't want to cook because I'm like,
keep that a hidden talent, because then don't ask me to cook something.
Yeah, like,
do you have any siblings?
I have 2 brothers, younger and older.
Give them a shout out.
Hi, I hope you're proud of me. I know you probably will never bump into this podcast.
You're gonna watch this. We'll make them watch this. What's their names?
Franz and Fredes.
Franz and Fredes?
Yeah.
Franz, Fredes, and Flora.
I know, triple F.
That's cute. What's the best advice you've ever gotten?
Always try to be in the present, in the moment, and be kind.
You heard it from Flora. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is At the Heart of It with Flora and Titi.
From Hawaii.
Aloha.
Aloha.